Hey guys, welcome to a new video. And here in this video, I'm going to explain you IT recruiting and its career growth. It's different avenues that has a possibility where you can go. If you are a fresher and you want to start as a US IT recruiter, what are the possibilities that it has for you? Or you are a senior person and you do not know where exactly you want to go, I'm sure this video can help you understand what exactly you should focus and how you can take your career to the next level. All right, let's go and watch. And let me take you here. All right, do you see the screen? So here, if you are a fresher and you want to understand what are the other avenues that is there in US IT recruiting apart from being a recruiter, here are those informations. All right, first, you can be a recruiter. Okay, let me type it, be with me, and if you have pen handy, if you want to write something, you can write it down. So here, first is you can be a US IT recruiter. Okay, I'm not going deep, but I'm going in a different channels that you can increase your career. First, in recruiting. All right, what are there in recruiting? I'm gonna explain now. And next is you can be a US IT bench sales recruiter. Okay, and what else you can be? You can be a business development executive. All right, and what else? Or you can be a HR in US recruiting. If you don't want to be a recruiter, you can be a HR in US IT recruiting. And what else? There are more. Or you can be a account manager. Okay, so here we can go with account from a junior level. Okay, from junior to senior we'll go. Account executive. All right, so now let's focus where you can take your career and what could be the possibilities from where you can jump here and there. So let's start here. Okay, in US IT recruiting, if you want, you can start as a trainee recruiter. Okay, then you have junior IT recruiter, then you can have a IT recruiter. So here in trainee, you can just spend a month or two. Okay, trainee, you can be a 1 month trainer, 1 month. Then you can be a junior recruiter. In junior IT recruiter, you can be like a 1 to 2 years. You can call yourself a junior recruiter. And here in IT recruiting, it's a 2+ years. Okay, then you have a senior IT recruiter. All right, so let me pull this thing down for you to see properly. Let me increase it there. Okay, all right, can you see it now? Let me minimize it. Okay, I think it's good. Senior IT recruiter. So by the time you are a senior IT recruiter, your experience could be 2 to 5 years. Okay, now there are a lot of possibilities that you could be a senior recruiter forever, because if you are making good placements, you definitely earn more money than your manager, because most of the companies pay recurring incentives or they pay one-time incentive. What is a recurring incentive? For example, if you have placed one candidate, okay, or better, I will explain about recurring incentive and one-time incentive in a different video. All right. So now, for now, just remember that in recurring incentives or a one-time incentive, you can make more money than your manager. That is what the fun in being a US IT recruiter. Now let's go and understand what else is there. So here, after 4 or 5 years, if you want to be a good recruiter, you can be a good recruiter and stay there for next 5-10 years. It's up to you. But I'm explaining you the avenues, what else are there. Okay. So now in USIT recruiting, then you can go for a lead positions. Okay. Then it will open up the doors for you to become a lead IT recruiter. There you can be uh, like 5+ years. Okay, you have experience in handling teams. So before you have the transition here, okay, before you have a transition here, you must have, okay, let me see if it works. You must have what? Experience in leading your team, a team, okay, a junior recruiters or senior recruiters who could able to produce results. Leading a team doesn't mean you just go with them or just observing. So being a leader, you have to make them produce results. All right. Now after lead recruiter, you have been a lead for some time, then you can be a senior lead recruiter. You can call yourself a senior lead recruiter, and it could be 7 years. All right. So, or after being, we can say 7+ year, etc. Okay, like this. Now there are possibilities that you can be a manager. Okay, recruiting manager. You see, these are the avenues. If you stuck somewhere, you need to identify why you have not gone to the next level. If you are at the exact level, then you need to open up your next door. Okay, recruiting manager, M-A-N-A, come on, manager, and this could be after 8+ years. Now again, it will open up doors for senior recruiting manager, and again, you may not have. So this is a standard. Okay, you cannot find everything in one company. So there could be frequency. There could be a IT recruiter, and directly that person can be a lead recruiter, and without being senior lead recruiter, that person can be a recruiting manager. Okay, I'm just sharing the flow, the possibilities of you being starting as a recruiter and where possibly you can end. Recruiting manager, that could be 10 to 13 years. Then you can be a director of IT recruiting. And here, let me tell you one thing, okay? Just because you have a, track record of placing so many candidates, that will get you to this position? No. Till this time, all right, your track record will be calculated. When you become lead recruiter, you have to perform as well as you have to make your team perform. When you become recruiting manager, you have to handle not just the recruiting as well as the training and other part of the business as well. So when you become senior recruiting, you may have to handle multiple leaders, and you need to ensure that the leads are generating revenue. At the same time, the leads are helping the team to generate revenue. All right. And when you become director, you need to focus on different businesses, different teams. You may have to interact with client relations, business development, HR, logistics, your management, and you can be possibly working on budgeting, and you'll be responsible for company revenue and profit and loss. All right. And there are so many responsibilities that you may have to undertake in this role. And now from here, you can be definitely, there could be possibilities that you can be a AVP, or you can be a VP, and so on. Okay, so now let me minimize this. If I can minimize this. Okay, no, I don't want to minimize this. Okay, there you go. Yes, so here let's minimize and look at another one. All right, business executive. Okay. All right, now it's a business development executive. So before we go business development, you can go to US IT bench sales. And in US IT bench sales, you will have OPT recruiter. Okay, so this is another thing where the companies get OPTs from the market, they train and they hire recruiters who can market those OPTs and who can get OPTs from outside. All right, OPT is a visa. It is optional practical training that will be given to the candidates, to the students who go to the US on F1 visa and complete their MS, and after that they get the OPT. And this visa is for 12 months initially, where the candidate can work with any company or any client if that person has completed their MS in STEM. They will get more 24 months, meaning STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay, is a STEM. These are the streams. If the student has completed the MS in this STEM, that person will get 24 months more. Come on, what's happening to me? 24 months more privilege or permission to work in US. Okay, then what happens? Then the person has to come back to India or go back to whatever the country they come from. If that OPT candidate gets a H1B sponsorship from any other employer, that person can stay in US. All right, so now OPT recruiter. After OPT recruiter, you will have a lead sales recruiter. Then you can be a manager, in sales recruiting. Okay, meaning it has a as we have discussed this one, right? As we have discussed this one, that it has trainee, junior, IT, lead, senior. The same way it has the same things. Okay, and here definitely you have to focus on making revenue coming from your team if you're growing. Okay, HR, definitely it has HR in US recruiting. Then yes, you can be look for a different avenue as a HR side or immigration, or you can go through accounting, uh, accounting in US staffing. Okay, so these all can be. Is this thing moving this side? Yes, it is moving. Okay, so there are different avenues where you can also try your luck. All right, and if we see, let me minimize this. If we see business development executive, okay, so what is a business development executive? This person will connect with those people or leads given by their manager, and they try to establish a relation on the call, or they'll just make the prospect connect with the manager, and they'll start asking for what requirements, and they'll talk about the MSAs and LCAs and so on. So here, if you want to be a business development executive, business development executive is the person who brings business to the company. Okay, So here the avenues are, you can be a BD, you can BDM, it's a business development manager. Under you can have a business development executives. And what else? Then you can be a BD director. So here you will have a multiple BDMs under you, meaning this person will be connecting to the contacts given to this person by this person, and this person will connect once there is a schedule, and this person can definitely interact if any LCA issues or MCA, any MSS, any problem comes in, or this person also in the field of bringing business to the company. Okay, this person brings contact, gives to this person, and after this any leads comes in, BDM will give to business development executive. Any relationship happens, that will be given to US IT recruiting, and these recruiters will work and they will make placements. All right, then what else? Account executive. Account executive could be like, you can be a VMS executive, or you can be calling as a client relations manager. Yeah, you could, wait, let's not do that, it can fall here. Okay, you can be a client relations executive, and you can be a client relations manager, then you can be a client relations director, and so on. Okay, so here if you see, let me minimize this, as well, let me minimize. Okay, now this is okay. So here if you see, VMS is vendor management system. That is a software, that is a website. Oops, that's my wife cooking, and that is the cooker sound that you got. It is a pressure cooker sound. All right, and here VMS executives work on vendor management systems. They get requirements and they publish that in applicant tracking system, ATSs. Now client relations executives, what they will do, they will connect with the VMS executives to understand if there are more requirements and so on. And client relations manager will connect with the hiring managers or the VMS contacts or the MSPs or any of the connections that is there at the procurement department of the client. Okay, now client relations director can directly go and meet with the people and bring new business. So here one thing you have to be very happy, because only this part US IT recruiters, though they get treated like doormats, or they think the job is very easy, or whatever it could be. Okay, we are, as recruiters, are the only one department which is directly related to generating money. Okay, this is the only team where the input results in money. The input goes the output with money, and everything, bench sales, HR, IT recruiting, immigration, so on, everything, those are, yes, even IT bench sales as well, directly related to money. The input resume, output is money. Input requirement, output is money. In BD, account executives and everyone are like a non-money generation departments in US staffing industry. So if you are a recruiter, you should feel great, and you definitely have a weightage in the company, and you definitely can earn more money, because there are opportunities to gain incentives. There you go, the second one. There are opportunities and possibilities that you can make more incentives by making more placements. But here for BDs, account executives, HRs, they don't have incentives like the way we have. After we make a placement, we make money, but they have some increments, bonuses, and so on. All right. I hope it is helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you have been watching this till now, do not forget to mention which state or which country you are from. Okay? Thank you very much for listening. This is Suman Pachigulla, and I'm on a mission to impact 5 million lives. If you have not subscribed to it yet, please subscribe and do share this video with other recruiters. Take care and God bless.